Welcome to Agoracom Small Cap Breaking News, your daily go-to source for the best small cap headlines for over 65 million investors since 2007. Today, we're doing a deep dive into some really impactful breaking news from the small cap world. We actually got 5 compelling stories for you that could reshape how you think about energy, mining, even cutting-edge robotics. And this isn't just a quick scan, right? We're going to unpack the actual results and the implications.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is how these headlines, when you peel back the layers, they reveal some pretty significant shifts and opportunities. We'll be looking at the hard numbers, the financials, the drilling results that make these stories really compelling for anyone trying to understand where these markets might be heading.
Exactly. Our mission: cut through the noise, get straight to those impactful nuggets of knowledge, and highlight why these developments are truly significant for you, our listener. So let's jump right in. First up, Waste Energy Corp, trading on the OTCQB, symbol WAST. We're starting with some critical strategic news from them. The headline reads, Waste Energy Corp secures first facility in Texas, signaling major expansion in U.S. clean fuel market. This feels like a move with pretty immediate implications for clean fuel.
Definitely. They've secured their first commercial site and new corporate HQ in Midland, Texas.
Right, and it's a long-term lease-to-own deal for a 3.7-acre industrial site.
And it's designed to process up to 120 tons per day TPD of waste plastics and tires.
Wow, 120 TPD potential, though starting at 15 TPD initially.
Correct. And their plastic diversion goals are ambitious too. Was it 2 million pounds next year?
Yeah, 2 million pounds in 2025, then ramping up to 7.5 million pounds in 2026.
Now, what's strategically really compelling here is the location choice. Texas, it's not just any state, it's the undisputed fuel capital of the U.S., 34 refineries, 6.3 million barrels of oil daily.
And huge consumption of ULSD, right? Ultra-low sulfur diesel.
More than California and Florida combined. So this puts waste energy right at the epicenter of rising energy needs, especially with, new tech like AI driving this huge surge in power demand.
And the company's CEO, Scott Gallagher, he definitely sees that connection. He said, our Midland hub puts us at the center of the nation's rising energy needs. We're turning one of the world's biggest environmental problems into a powerful energy solution.
And the data backs that up. You see these forecasts. Data centers, maybe 12% of U.S. electricity by 2028.
Yeah, McKinsey projecting 80 gigawatts nationally by 2030. And ERCOT in Texas sees peak demand nearly doubling by 2031. It's staggering.
So it really raises this critical question about energy security. Can waste actually become a stable domestic fuel source at scale, particularly for these surging demands from things like AI? The potential seems significant, though.
Because the outputs, right? What they produce.
Exactly. High-value outputs. ULSD, that cleaner diesel. Carbon black, which is used in tires, pigments, lots of things.
And syngas?
Yep, syngas for power generation. Plus, potentially carbon credits. It looks like a really compelling economic model.
Okay, so let's unpack this. It's not just a new site. It's about potentially changing the game for energy demand and tackling plastic waste.
A dual solution, really, for 2 massive global challenges: managing waste, securing domestic energy.
All right, shifting gears now. Let's turn to Goliath Resources Limited. That's TSX Venture, GOT, and OTCQB, GOTRF. The headline here is powerful. Goliath Resources strikes high-grade gold in third rock package, bolstering discovery potential at Surebet in British Columbia's Golden Triangle.
Yeah, strikes is the word. This isn't just finding gold. It's significantly bolstering their discovery potential, a major advancement at their Golddigger project.
Which is in BC's Golden Triangle, a famous area.
A very famous area. And what's really exciting in this breaking news are the drill results themselves.
Tell us about those numbers.
Okay, so drill hole GD24-280. It returned, get this, 8.31 grams per ton, gold over 23 meters.
Wow, 23 meters at over 8 grams. That's significant width and grade.
It is. And inside that, an even richer zone, 15.69 grams per ton over 11 meters.
Okay.
And a real standout section, 37.45 grams per ton. That's 1.2 ounces per ton over 4 meters.
Over an ounce per ton gold. That's high grade.
Very high grade. And what makes this a potential breakthrough is where they found it, a newly recognized rock unit.
A calc-silicate altered breccia. What does that mean exactly?
Basically, it's a type of rock where hot, mineral-rich fluids interact with existing rock, often creating zones for high-grade deposits. And crucially, it's the 3rd distinct gold-bearing rock package they've now found at Surebet.
3 different types of gold settings.
Exactly. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, finding multiple high-grade intercepts in different geological settings, well, it significantly reduces exploration risk. It suggests a much larger, more robust system might be at play.
And the location, the golden triangle, near the red line, that adds context too, doesn't it?
Huge context. It's an area known for major gold deposits. And the company's confidence. You see it in their drill program.
They increased it?
Significantly. From 40,000 meters planned for 2025 up to 60,000 meters, and they've mobilized 9 drill rigs, all focused on expanding this Surebet discovery.
9 rigs, that's a serious commitment.
It is. And the experts are excited too. Dr. Quinton Henney, technical advisor to Crescat Capital, he said, the discovery of high-grade gold in calc-silicate rocks suggests a powerful magmatic driver.
A powerful magmatic driver. What does that imply for the scale?
It suggests something big, a large, deeply rooted source for the mineralization, not just a small, isolated pocket.
Okay.
It hints at potentially a much larger system.
Okay, so game-changer potential, not just for Goliath, but maybe for the whole area.
That's what Henney suggested, and the CEO, Roger Rosmus, echoed that. This is a breakthrough. We've now discovered 3 unique styles of high-grade gold mineralization at Surebet, all pointing to a powerful, untapped source.
And it's not just this one hole, right? There were others.
Absolutely. We've seen impressive results before. GD23-197 hit 34 grams per ton, gold equivalent over 9 meters. GD24-235 had 35 grams per ton over 6.34 meters.
And that really high-grade one.
Right. GD24-260 delivered an incredible 132.93 grams per ton, gold equivalent over 10 meters.
So consistent high grades, different rock types.
Yeah.
It suggests something potentially massive.
That's the implication. It points towards a very significant system, maybe even district scale potential. Raises the question about unlocking a real Motherlode.
Very interesting. Okay, next up, let's look at Luca Mining Corp. That's LUCA on the TSX Venture and LUCMF on the OTCQX. Headline here. Luca Mining strikes high-grade gold in zinc in Mexico, unveiling hidden value at Campo Morado. Sounds like another significant discovery.
It really does, and it highlights a different kind of strategy, unveiling hidden value in an existing operation by reevaluating historical assets.
Right. So what are the hard numbers here?
Luca announced high-grade gold and zinc at their Campo Morado mine in Mexico, their very first surface drill hole at the Reforma deposit, CMRF 25001. It hit 15.1 meters, grading 5.35 grams per ton gold and 8.39% zinc.
15 meters with over 5 grams gold and good zinc, too. That's a strong start.
Very strong. And that was within a broader 21.5 meter zone, grading 4.24 grams gold and 6.24% zinc.
And an even higher grade bit inside that.
Yep, a 3 meter section hit 9.68 grams per ton gold and 8.59% zinc. Highly significant values.
Okay, so what's the strategic angle here? Campo Morado is already operating, isn't it?
It is. It's an operating polymetallic underground mine, meaning multiple metals. But historically, exploration focused mainly on zinc-rich areas.
So there's shifting focus.
Exactly. With gold and silver prices higher now, Luca is strategically targeting these previously, let's say, underappreciated gold dominant zones, like Reforma and another called El Rey.
Bringing them back into the spotlight.
Precisely. The VP of Exploration, Paul Gray, said it well. Intersecting thick, high-grade, gold-rich sulfides in Luca's first drill hole at Reforma shows just how quickly our exploration efforts can have a transformative impact.
So leveraging existing infrastructure for this new focus.
That's key. It's like finding hidden treasure in plain sight, as you said, but within an active mine.
And they had some underground results, too.
They did. Underground drill hole CMUG 25015 returned 4.5 meters, grading 7.16% copper, plus significant silver and some gold, equaling 12.21 grams per ton gold equivalent.
High copper and good gold equivalent.
And another hole, CMUG 25016, intercepted a wide zone 30.8 meters, grading 1.59 grams per ton gold equivalent.
So showing good mineralization underground, too, and this is part of a larger program.
Yep, a 7,500-meter Phase 1 program specifically designed to revitalize these historical gold-rich areas.
So what does this mean for the mine overall?
Well, it raises an important question about resource management. They're potentially shifting Campo Morado from being mostly zinc-focused to a more balanced gold-forward producer.
Which could improve the economics.
Potentially, significantly. It's a low capex path, low capital spending, because the main infrastructures are there. Target the high-value gold zones, improve the commodity mix, potentially extend the mine life, enhance profitability. It's a smart, strategic pivot.
Makes sense. Okay, continuing with gold, but shifting location. Precipitate Gold Corp. That's PRG on the TSX Venture, PREIF on the OTCQB. Headline, Precipitate Gold Sharpens, Focus on Dominican Republic Discovery with High-Grade Trench Results. Sounds like early-stage work. proving up nicely.
Exactly. Sharpened focus is key here, improving up those high-grade results early on, especially in a known gold belt.
So what did they find in these trenches?
They reported new findings from trenching at their Juan de Herrera project in the Dominican Republic. A standout sample from the CN zone hit 6.4 grams per ton gold over 1 meter.
Okay, solid grade.
And that was within a broader zone of 2.8 grams per ton gold over 3.8 meters. Importantly, they've now traced this gold trend over 300 meters along the surface.
300 meters. So it's got some length to it already.
It does. And connecting this to the bigger picture, these early-stage surface results, especially at these grades, are incredibly valuable for guiding drilling.
And the location. Juan de Herrera.
Right. It's in the Dominican Republic, right next door to GoldQuest Mining's Romero project. It's part of the prolific Tirio Gold Belt.
Prolific meaning?
Meaning it produces a lot. Roughly 5 million gold equivalent ounces have been discovered there just in the last decade. So it's a proven productive area.
Right. And these results, they weren't just one-offs.
No, that's what's compelling. They reported other high-grade trench results, too. Trench 11 had 7.2 grams per ton gold over 1 meter. Trench 5 hit an incredible 83.6 grams per ton gold over 1 meter.
Wow, 83 grams.
Yeah, and Trench 3 had 32.2 grams per ton gold over a wider 5.1 meters, along with significant silver.
Okay, so repeated high-grade hits at surface. That really suggests potential for shallow resources, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Shallow, high-grade potential, which can be very economic. And the company is being smart about it, prioritizing this cost-effective surface work like trenching to really define the best drill targets.
Makes sense. Get the best bang for your buck before drilling.
Exactly. The CEO, Jeffrey Wilson, said, "We're encouraged. Our objective remains to develop multiple targets to a drill-ready stage. These strong surface results give them a low-cost way to do just that, signaling good potential in a region ripe for more discovery."
All right, final story. We're shifting gears completely now into robotics and marine tech. Kraken Robotics, Inc., symbol PNG on the TSX venture, and the headline's a big one. Kraken Robotics secures $115 million in equity financing to power global expansion. That's a major milestone.
Huge milestone, and it clearly shows very strong investor confidence in what Kraken is doing.
$115 million? That's a serious amount of capital.
It is. They closed this $115 million equity financing through what's called a bought deal public offering.
Meaning the investment banks bought the shares directly.
Right, indicating strong confidence. And significantly, the underwriters fully exercised their over-allotment option, meaning demand was very high. It's a strong market vote of confidence.
So what does this mean for Kraken? It's more than just cash in the bank, right?
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just padding the balance sheet. It's Kraken signaling its intent to become really a dominant force in the fast-growing marine technology sector.
Powering up for ocean intelligence, you could say.
Pretty much. The money is specifically earmarked for key strategic goals, supporting their evolution into a global prime contractor.
Meaning they lead the big projects.
Exactly. Also, pursuing large-scale acquisitions, potentially in the U.S. and Europe, enhancing their credibility to win major contracts. And general corporate stuff, of course.
So this really raises the question of their competitive position now, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. This capital gives them the financial firepower to bid on much larger, more complex government and commercial contracts. And to make those strategic acquisitions, it could transform them from, a leading innovator into a true industry leader in the whole blue economy.
And the CEO, Greg Reed, he framed it that way.
He did. He said, "With a fortified balance sheet, we are well positioned to pursue strategic acquisitions, expand our global footprint, and deliver even greater value."
Makes sense. And Kraken's already got a global footprint, right? Over 30 countries.
Yeah, they're already well established, known for their high-res 3D sonar, subsea batteries, autonomous underwater vehicles, cutting-edge stuff.
And this funding comes at a time when demand for that tech is surging.
Precisely. You've got growing global security concerns underwater, huge renewable energy projects offshore needing surveying and maintenance, critical climate monitoring, all driving demand for advanced subsea tech.
So this financing really boosts their ability to meet that growing demand.
On a much larger scale, yes. It allows them to pursue projects that might have been out of reach before. It's a significant step towards being a full-scope, vertically integrated player, right at the forefront of a critical industry.
Well, quite a range of stories today. You heard it here first. From clean energy solutions in Texas, breakthrough gold in the Golden Triangle in Mexico, high-grade finds in the Dominican Republic, and this massive capital infusion for underwater robotics. Today's small caps are definitely making some very big waves. Each story offers a really fascinating glimpse into innovation and opportunity.
Yeah, and the deep dive into these headlines really shows that it's the underlying results, the tons of waste, the grams per ton of gold, the millions in financing that provide the truly compelling narrative. It highlights just how dynamic these markets are and, the diligent work happening behind those headlines.
So as you think about what we've just unpacked, here's something to consider. What kind of impact could just one of these small cap breakthroughs really have, especially on the big global challenges, energy, environment, resource security in the coming years? For more breaking small cap news and expert insights, follow Agora.com on our podcast.